So just kind of an overview of the roof. You can see how worn the left side is, all the slopes, all the ridges. And of course, when you go into the ridges, you're going to affect both sides. But you can see that's evidence of the 2-inch hail that was recorded on May 27th of this year. And then I will show you this. It's hard to walk on this roof because their granules are so bad. But you can see some hail spots here. I'll send pictures as well. To me, I've been doing this 10 years. I'm no genius, but I am very confident that is hail and enough hail to warrant a roof replacement. Here on the front slope, I'll show you the hail damage as well, but you can see if the left side is covered because of unrepairability, this comes over the top here. So in order to get into this slope, we would have to get into that slope, and then again you get the same effect of unrepairability. And it looks like, feels like there's valley metal under there. I'm not sure, but either way you would have to address the valleys. Still on the front slope here, as again, not only do you have the black marks, but you can tell, I don't know if you can tell from the video, but you can tell you have definite indentation there, damaging the shingle. And both the original third-party adjuster or inspector and myself saw that, agreed on that. It doesn't look like everybody agrees at this point, so I'm trying to document as much as possible. Again, on the front slope here, you can see this is the same squares that the adjuster marked. I just did the circles, but you can see all these hail hits again. And with the collateral that you have on the soft metals, I think it only makes sense that this is hail and not an anomaly. Here in Fort Worth, we're on the left slope at Mr. Jordan's roof claim. If you can see all of this is like concrete, so any manipulation, those granules are going to fall right off. Here's a missing shingle, so in order to replace this shingle, we're going to have to get to the above shingles, and we'll check it out, see what it looks like. Okay, see on this first tab here, lots of material transfer. Yep. Which means you're not going to get that adhesiveness sticking. Jeez. On the second side, you see how thin these shingles are? It just goes right through on the attempt. And again, lots of material transfer. And then of course, when we try to get to those nails, just getting through those nails, you're having more tear, and it's just kind of a snowball effect. And again, you can see just with how thin these shingles are, just the slightest little bit tears the shingles. But you do have material transfer on all of these. They're not going to adhere together, and you just look at this, and this is paper thin. And that's another thing you can see as we manipulate the shingles to try to get up to the other nail. You can see the granules are just completely falling off, completely unrepairable. Here on the left slope, there is the hail damage, but as you can see, just from using my chalk, how loose the granules are. Again, that just goes back to repairability, but also that hail coincides with the hail on the turbines and with the hail on the hail report. Yep. All right, we're here on the back slope. This slope isn't quite as bad, but it still has a lot of wear and tear and unrepairability. You can see from the missing tab here, all the material transfer that's left behind, and then you'll see the same again, to replace this shingle, we have to get up under here. And again, paper thin, you can see they go right through. Material transfer. So that means as we get into the next one, you get a never ending. You've got that same thing. And then just with the little bit of manipulation of these shingles, you can see just the granules coming off, because you are going to have to get under those shingles. All right, here in the back, leak around the chimney somewhere in this area. We already tried to do the repair over there. You can see the skylight's leaking, missing shingles around the skylight, and then the nail on the flashing. That's going to warrant a lot of shingle work. But again, along with the unrepairability, you do have some significant hail back here as well. And again, it all coincides with the soft metals as well as the unrepairability. All right, here's the entrance, the front. I measured this area off as well as the main room. See, we got some vaulted ceilings, and that's where the leak is. All right, the next leak here is at the chimney, and then there's one over there by the wall. But you can see I've got a measurement of this continuous area of the kitchen, and you can see water damage in the well as well. And then it continues all the way around. We are here on the right slope. Here is wind damaged shingle. You can see it's broken in half. So again, material transfer, and then pretty much a lot of pretty significant wear and tear. Let's get tearing it, just trying to get under on this side. See, we're poking through on the shingles again. Lots of material transfer, so it's just a snowball effect. It's not going to adhere to the next one. We would still need to get under this shingle. Let's see what this one looks like. Again, you can already see it coming through in the bottom. You can see the granules coming through. This one's a little more adhesive. Okay, you see that hole there, just from the suction left on behind. Try a little different approach. Still getting a lot of tear. Material transfer. And then we gotta get up to the nails. You're starting to see this shingle rip here. And we're still not even to the nails. But just getting up into that area, you can see it's completely compromising the shingle. Any work you put into it, it's just gonna make it worse for all the surrounding shingles. On the right side, again, we got the hail in the turbines, so that means there's going to be repairs, and we've already done the repairability test. The hail isn't quite as bad on this, but you can see, especially on the worn out areas, how big those marks are, because you can imagine with just a few months ago having the 2-inch hail, how brittle that is, and that's going to leave those marks pretty easily. So hopefully we can get this done with these videos, and we will be on to the next one.